Hey all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jess and you will find me on Instagram and YouTube as cruelty-free makeup heaven because here we only use cruelty-free makeup. I don't know why I'm even explaining this anymore. Today I want to talk a little bit about how my no-buy is going. My face is already saying it a little bit. And also some empties that I have and some products that I just know that I don't want to use anymore. So if you're interested in that, please keep on watching, obviously. And if this is something that you like, something that you're interested in, like me making the most of my collection more or less, and just me playing with cruelty-free makeup, then definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Like, give this video a like, please, and comment down below so we can have a little chat in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Elephant in the room. These are not my real eyes. These are from I always like start stuttering when I try to say it. TTD eye lenses. There we have it. They're like a grayish kind of blue on the outside with like a little bit lighter gray in the middle. And yeah, I think they're beautiful. So anyway, yeah, my no-buy. What's up with that? How am I doing? It's been a month and a half, I think, since I made that video. And I slipped up. A round of applause for myself. But there's a story behind it. If you watched my last Get Ready With Me video, you will know that I've been selling clothes and some accessories, shoes, everything I wasn't wearing enough. I'm still putting some things up, like I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep that. And then like 5 days later, I'm like, I could sell this. Anyway, this is not about clothes. This is about my no-buy. So yeah, I slipped up. But I was making money off the sales. So I decided to go for it and just get the palette that was stuck in my head since January. I just love the brand Nomad Cosmetics, so I had to get their Fire and Ice palette because every time I saw it on their stories, I was like hit by such a bad FOMO that it was just stuck in my head. It was stuck in my head. What can I say? It's such a beautiful palette. I love the brand. So I really wanted to support the couple and yeah, just make myself happy. That was number one, making myself happy with that palette. But then also there was a lot of issues with their newest palette release, and I don't know, I guess all the different factors together, but mostly my urge to have the palette drew me to purchase a palette. So I'm not sure when it will arrive. I think I bought it 2 weeks ago. I'm not sure. I think 2 weeks or 2 weeks and a half ago. So it will probably take another 2 weeks until it's finally here because it has to come all the way from the US. I also use my own code with them. I gotta save some money, you know, and it's cruelty-free 10. So if you ever want to buy something from Nomad Cosmetics, you can just use my code, or you can use anyone else's code. Doesn't matter whichever code you find, but just know that you can have 10% off your purchases there as well. So yeah, I did that. Already have one slip up of my 3 or 5. I still can't decide if I'm gonna have 3 or 5 slip ups. I think it's gonna be safer to say I have 5 slip ups because the year is still long. We're only like not even halfway March. Yeah, other than that, I have repurchased some items and these ones I will show you right now. Technically, I slipped up twice. I got another NYX eyeliner. If you know my channel, you know I love the NYX eyeliner. This is the Epic Ink eyeliner. Actually, I wanted an extra one of the black one because the black one that I have now, it's a year and a half old or 2 years even. It's quite old. It still works perfectly, but the ink that's coming out of it is like becoming a little bit thicker, and I wanted to have like a new pristine one again to do like detail wings with. And I was on Zalando and I saw that the brown ones were also there and they were in a very slight sale, and I was so tempted, so I got both delivered to my home. And then I decided to only keep the brown one because if I bought two, I was just admitting to myself that it was a slip up. So this is technically not a real slip up. It's a brown liner and I got it on today and I feel like it's giving a softer effect, and I'm quite excited about it because you can even use it in your brows. So I'm definitely gonna make a video about that. I think I'm happy with my technically not a slip up. I bought this mascara, the Glam Doll False Lashes mascara, the waterproof one. This is my bae, and it's actually pretty cringe that I called it my bae. This is the one that I always, well, it's not the one that I always use, but it's my favorite, and it was running dry. I was like, hold up, I don't want to be without this. So yeah, the place where I sent the items to sell them, there is a Kruidvat right like across from that place. So It's very tempting. It has this kind of wand that is slightly curved and it has these spikes on it. It's just such a treat for my short, sparse lashes. Love, love, love it. I would definitely give this mascara a go if you're looking for a dupe for like Maybelline mascaras, because those were my jam before this one. But of course, Maybelline is not cruelty-free. I bought some earrings also at Kruidvat, amongst others these. I got some snakies as well, the golden ones. Well, this is not the golden ones. Golden ones and the silver ones. It was second pair of earrings was half price, but yeah, I couldn't choose between the two, so I had to take 3. I got some PR and, well, partly PR, a pair of PR earrings from Girlie Gore, and I also bought this with it. I actually also bought a little other pair of earrings in like a coffin style, super cute. There was like a technical issue with them, so she's sending me new ones. The owner is called Miranda and she's from Sweden. I think it only took like a week or even less to get to me from Sweden, so in Europe the sending is pretty fast. She makes these all by hand, so cute and handmade. So we have here the eyeball hair clip where I'm planning a look with, and then the planchette earrings, and yeah, she drew those on those cards herself, which I think is a super fun detail. It's not really my normal style, let's say, but it's definitely a vibe, and I think these are so subtle even that like I wore them last time in my last look, if you looked well, with the Mandalorian palette. So I was wearing these because I found that the green from the eye look really fit well with the gold and the black here, also because it also had some gold green in there, and I'm planning a look with these, and they're not that expensive. Like some are €2.50 and some, like I think the most expensive pair or items what I just showed you was €6, so that is very doable. Let's move on with makeup items and skincare and stuff. I just wanted to do earrings and accessories because I know that you will see them in my videos, you know. I got this from Kruidvat, and this is a shower cream. I thought it was gonna be a soap, a shower soap that was very creamy, but it's really a cream. Their base company is in Holland, so they don't test on animals, and this product is vegan. I believe this whole line is vegan, but next to it there was like nothing. So I think there was a shower gel, which is very popular, but it smells so good. You can really smell the macadamia in here. So it says that it's with biological macadamia oil and biological shea butter as well. I already tested it once. I didn't feel like it provided that much moisture in the shower, but I did feel clean afterwards. So mostly I like some product that lathers up. I purchased this because I do have a Rituals soap, and that's actually more of an oil, and I actually wanted a shower gel that lathers up way more. But yeah, I guess I'm going for a hydration now in the shower. I'm gonna keep on using this and see how I like the freshness of it for the first time. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I felt way more clean than I thought I would. But I think the true test is when it gets warmer in the summer and everything. I think I'm gonna need a bigger boat then. Enough with what I bought. Something I use up is this same Moriz tanning mousse, and this is in dark, as you can tell. Why am I pointing at it? This is in dark, and I really love it. I love this kind of mousse formula. They also have a cream formula of self tanner, which I also like, but this is just easier if you have like a tanning mitt, because if you want to alternate between the mousse and the cream, it just like the cream is a little bit too greasy for a tanning mitt, so I would definitely go for the mousse, even though this doesn't provide any hydration to your skin. So if you have very dry skin on your body, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you're like me, you have quite normal skin all over your body, I would use the mousse. And what I sometimes do is using this mousse, and then the day after, or even at the end of that day, I will go over my whole body with body cream or body lotion. Something else that I use up is this Crazy Rumors lip balm in hibiscus, and I'm actually also wearing it because I have a backup. That's how much I love it. I really scraped the last out of it, and it smells so good. It's cruelty free and vegan. Let me show you the backup that I have. So this is what it looks like. It's quite metallic-y, but I like the shine. I wouldn't pair this with like all the looks that I do, of course, but this is like very nice to use on a daily, and if you want like a little tint on your lips and you want them to look juicy, this is really it. Love it. I also have 3 of these, which I'm using up simultaneously. One is in my handbag, one is here, and one is in the bathroom. My chair also wants to say something. Something else that I used up is this Essence What the Fake Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara, and it has volumizing fibers in there. I actually like this, but it is very clumpy. I wouldn't recommend it to do makeup looks with and close-ups, but I actually liked the quick effect that it gave. It doesn't have the best brush in my opinion. This is the kind of brush that I feel like that will make my lashes drown in clumpy mascara instead of separating them. But I was really surprised by this mascara, and I don't know if I'm gonna repurchase it. But yeah, I like the effect that it gave, but it is really clumpy, so if you don't like clumpy, don't get this. But I think that's like kind of a rule with most mascaras. If it says volumizing, I'm like, oh, lengthening and separating is key for my lashes. Another thing I use up is this Essence brow pencil, and this was in taupe. I believe this was one that my mom bought and that she didn't use up. I actually enjoyed using this. Ooh, there's just a tiny bit left, so I think I did that so I could show you. So this is really light, but I like it because my brows are really sparse, and if I wanted to do like a blonde look, for example, this was like very nice to fill them in and have like a very soft brow look. I also like that it comes with a little spoolie on the other end, which is super convenient if you want to take it with you in your handbag or something, or yeah, if you just don't have a spoolie or you just want to be quick, be like formula is also not greasy and it doesn't rub off easily, which I also love because mostly I need to set my brows a little bit with powder and everything because otherwise they slip and slide around. So this is definitely not a product that is gonna add to that, but it's not too hard of a product that it will, like, sometimes, you know, you have like very hard tips of the brow pencils and sometimes they pull out some hairs if I rub it too hard. The only thing I don't really like about it is that you can't really sharpen it and you get quite a thick line, as you can tell, so it's definitely more for filling in and not for drawing any fake eyebrow hairs. But I quite like this, and if I ever make another purchase with e.l.f, I will definitely get my shade in this. So another product that I used up or it's like not usable anymore is the Ofra Verified eyeliner. I actually really liked this in the beginning when I first got this, and I felt like it was a good, well, not dupe for the NYX liquid ink eyeliner, but definitely on the same level. I actually was planning on doing a video with both of those eyeliners and comparing them to each other, which never happened because I had a lot of other ideas that I first wanted to do apparently. But yeah, to be honest, this actually started leaking very quickly. I believe it was like 3 months after I had it. It started leaking a lot. I like that you can easily open it and that that was easy, but now it's like all cooked up in here and it's not a pretty sight. And also the packaging, once it started leaking, it started bleeding a lot in the crevices and everything, and it's just, even though I liked it the first 3 months, it was downhill from there. So I definitely don't prefer this over the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner that I love so much. That one already works well for a year and a half or 2 years, and this one after 3-4 months, it's too bad because it's more expensive than the Epic Ink eyeliner. And I really love Ofra as a brand. I really love their highlighters. I love their foundation. I love their black and nude eyeshadows specifically. I love their shimmers. Ooh, and I love their lip products as well. But this liner didn't convince me. Ooh, this one is in here for a while. Don't mind this. I use it as well for a little bit of white paint. But this is an Ecotools blending sponge. And actually, after a couple of months, it started deteriorating pretty fast. So the sponge just started falling apart bit by bit, and that's why I stopped using it. I put it in my drawer to use with some face paints and everything, and I think I'm gonna keep it for that, but I put it here in my bag because I really wanted to talk about it because I had quite high expectations for this Ecotools blending sponge. So that is one remark, that it fell apart, and I believe this started happening after 2 months, like 5 washes or something. It started to fall apart like this. I don't know, like I wash all my sponges in the same way, never had this problem before. And on top of that, I feel like it's a very hard sponge. It's a little bit too hard for my preference. What I did like is like that it has a flat edge here and here, but I believe that Real Techniques also has those kind of sponges with like the flat edges, and probably other brands as well. Even this June & Co sponge also had a flat edge here. So this was a dud for me as well, the Ecotools sponge. Another something that I used up, well, the last bit of it dried out, is a Conceal and Define concealer from Makeup Revolution, and I got C5. As I said, it's quite dried out and it's not like, it doesn't give like a nice effect anymore. And to be very honest, I felt like it didn't give a nice effect in the beginning either, because I just like really lightweight products. Definitely when it comes to concealer, I don't use concealer a lot. I like more lightweight ones that I can put under my eyes and everything, but this one I just felt like it didn't help the lines under my eyes at all. If I felt like, oh, I have some discoloration, I want to get rid of that, I put this over it. It did help with the color, but it didn't help with the texture. So texture wise, this was definitely not my favorite concealer. I wouldn't purchase it again. I used up my W7 Porefection primer and I was so happy about it because I was planning on panning it for a while. So I really got like the last of it out of it, except for like in this tiny hole. I love the W Porefection primer. Normally it's not this small. Normally it's like this. And I still have another one, but yeah, I really love this primer. So if you struggle with a bit bigger pores, this is really great if you have bigger pores and some texture. And as you could tell, it's not white. It's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but it doesn't really have a lot of pigmentation. I wouldn't say this would work for people with a, you know, like a chocolate, a darker skin tone. But actually, I don't know, because it kind of sinks into my skin, so I don't really know. But I wouldn't want people with a darker skin tone than tan buying this and get like sort of white cast or anything. So then I would definitely invest in something that is see-through silicone primer if you're not opposed to silicones. Something else that I've used up is this gel nail polish by Essence, and it's called Call Me Kylie, and I love this color. It's like a warm mauvey reddish to the slight brown side. It's just a very universal color, and yeah, I loved it. It's done now and I can't find it anymore, so but I really love the formula of Essence gel nail polish. There are not any special properties of this or anything. I just like the gelish, like a little bit thicker, shinier texture that this nail polish has. And it lasts, well, not super long, but it just okay. It doesn't chip off very quickly. Just feel like it lasts me a day without any chipping. Little chips are bound to happen within a day anyway, so yeah. I like this, and I have also some other gel polishes of the same range, and I do feel like I enjoy them. Ooh, I almost forgot, I got something else that I use up, and this is called the Super Last 24 Hours Eyebrow Pomade Pencil Waterproof from Essence. And it's quite a dry texture. It also dried out on me, but it was, to begin with, it was kind of a thicker texture. I don't prefer that to fill in my brows because it grasps onto the hairs and it makes it look messy. So this is not a fave of mine. On the other side, there is like something to sharpen it, which I like, but I don't like the formula of it. And there is like something weird here that should help you brush through your eyebrow hairs, but I could never make it work, so this is not a fave of mine. Okay, I think that's it when it comes to products that I've used up. Now I have some products that I wanted to get rid of. First of all, this is the UR eyeshadow palette, and this is the pink one. It says Pawn on the back, I don't know, but this is the pink one, and I wasn't impressed by this. There was a lot of fallout. It didn't have like enough pigmentation. It didn't blend well, made my eyes water. It's too bad because other than that, this color story is pretty nice. I think if you're someone who just uses like one eyeshadow at the same time, or just wants like a little bit of black or a little bit of pink, this is a very good deal. But for me, this was not it. And same goes for the other UR eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, all I can say is look at the colors. If you just want one of those colors on your eyelids, go for it. Have at it. It's vegan, cruelty free, from France, and yeah, it's cheap. But if you are looking to do like a little bit more intrinsic eye looks, like more detailed eye looks, a little bit more colors, I wouldn't go for this. And talking about eyeshadows, this is the London Shadow Swatch palette. This was gifted to me by a friend. As you can tell, I took up some shades that I did like from this palette, which are a little bit more to the cool tone side. And yeah, the shimmer formula of them is not bad, but I did feel like that the matte shades, they made my eyes water, which is why I don't tend to use it like on the daily, and it's not really a palette to make intrinsic looks with, or looks to feature on my YouTube or my Instagram, so that is why I'm getting rid of it. But I do like the shimmers. Oop, like this one, it's like more of a satin. It's actually not really a shimmer, but I do like the effect that this has. It's like still kind of pretty. Another palette that I am getting rid of is this pretty creative eyeshadow palette by Makeup Revolution. Got it for free with an order once at Boozy Shop. I held on to it, but I don't like the matte shades in this, at least not on my eyes. I do like the shimmers. Like this imaginative shade is pretty nice. And I might give this to my mom because I really like the shimmers in here, but I just don't tend to use this palette because I have so many other palettes, because I'm not impressed by the matte shades. They don't have like that much pigmentation, so yeah. I also am decluttering these two. This is from Essence and it's a single and it's called Dare to Shine. I don't even know if they are selling these, but you could like create your custom palette with it. It doesn't have the greatest pigmentation. Like it's okay on the finger like this, but as soon as you want to put it on the eye and blend it out, you just have like a very soft wash of color. Not bad, but it's not my style. So then I have this NYX eyeshadow. I don't know what it's called, but it is like this butterscotch yellow kind of shade, and it is like, it has a lot of fallout. Yeah, it looks kind of okay here now, but it's not my favorite to work with on the eyes, so I'm also getting rid of this one. And I'm also giving my mom the eyeshadow palette from NYX, the Brights Ultimate Brights palette. It's not that I don't like that palette, it's just that I don't use it enough because I have a lot of other colors. Quality-wise, it's less than the other options that I have, but it's not bad. Definitely not for a beginner who wants to play with color, but it's not the best. Then I'm also getting rid of this Melted Chrome eyeliner by Essence. It's just, yeah, it started separating in here. I can't even show you the color. It's just this burgundy shade, and the rest still works fine, but this one, you can tell in the little opening here that it's like separating. I wasn't the biggest fan of these eyeliners. I mean, like the light colors, yeah, to make your cut creases more crisp or add some details, I loved it, but the dark ones, I just feel like, again, it's a very metallic effect that it has, and it will texturize again. So for me personally, using some color as eyeliner or some colored eyeliner and using dark ones, I would go for like some other options that I have, ones that have like some glitter throughout them, so that it isn't like a full metallic finish, because that just texturizes your eyelids more. Then talking about some eye bases that I dislike. This is the white NYX eyeshadow base, and this was before the P. Louise base and everything, and it's like white and it's creamy, like really creamy as you can tell, which is fine, but it's also very greasy. So the idea was that this grease will catch on to your eyeshadow and make it last. But my oily eyelids said, that isn't gonna work for you. 2 times that I tried it, didn't make my eyeshadow last at all. As a white base is just so unnecessary. Now we have like P. Louise bases, now we have Anastasia Beverly Hills bases. Even the cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution is 10 times better than this, so do not recommend this at all. Then I have here, I don't know if e.l.f. even sells this anymore. I have this for such a long time. I don't know why I held on to it. Probably like, oh, maybe one day I will do a full face of e.l.f. and that day never ever came. This is the e.l.f. mineral eyeshadow base. It actually feels a little bit like a primer for your nose. Like it has like that silicone-y feel to it. I think it was actually meant to help people with textured eyelids. I never found that this really worked for me, also again because it was a little bit too slippery in my opinion, and yeah, I just didn't like it. And then the last primer is this UR primer. So this is cruelty free and vegan, and it's just so lightweight. It didn't do anything for me. I showed it in the video. It disappears, and it also has a little bit of that silicone feel like that e.l.f. one. It didn't work for me, but I'm going to give it to my mom. Maybe it works on even older eyelids that want to do very simple looks. Oh yeah, I also have this e.l.f. concealer. It's really old, and this is called Under Eye Concealer and a highlighter. So on one side you have the concealer, which is super fluid, and this doesn't literally nothing for me. Even more, it actually sinks more into the lines that I have than anything else. So while it's very lightweight, it doesn't help with texture. And then the other side is a highlighter, but I don't understand how I would use this. It's also way too light to really have some real color payoff. It's just, yeah. Oh, here another thing. This is a pigment pomade from Makeup Revolution. It's actually a drier formula than that NYX one. And this was actually supposed to go on your lid as well, or like make eyeliner with it, but I can't make it work as an eyeliner or anything. And as a base, I don't like what it did on my eyelid. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like this pigment pomades at all. And I'm glad I only picked up a white one because I first wanted every color when they first came out with it. I think that is about 2 years ago. That I'm getting rid of this Lotte London Bay Illuminating Primer. It's not that it's bad, but it just didn't do anything for me. I'm also not really on the lookout for illuminating primer. I got pretty greasy skin. The smell is also quite chemical, quite strong, which I didn't like, but I don't see anything illuminating about it at all. It doesn't mattify, but it actually also doesn't illuminate. So I feel like this is just a cream I put on my face that smells really harshly and it does nothing. So I'm getting rid of it because yeah, I want to make room. I do not recommend this one. Something else I'm getting rid of is this Max and More duo. I've hit pan on it, but it's just too powdery. It's just too powdery. I didn't mind the natural effect that this has. Actually quite nice. But I have so many other highlighters. If I'm trying to pan those, why would I keep on using this, you know? This is quite light to be a bronzer for me, like in the winter. Now it was okay, so I used it in the winter, but now I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of sick of how powdery it is. But yeah, for the price, it's actually a great deal. But I would go for different highlighters. I would go for a different bronzer. Like Makeup Revolution makes great highlighters and bronzers that are definitely very affordable as well, which are also cruelty-free, and a lot of their products are vegan. I'm getting rid of this Wet n Wild Rainbow highlighter. I don't want to say much else about this other than that Wet n Wild has lied about their cruelty-free status. I think it's 2 years and a half ago, and I stopped trusting them. I still had this in my collection. I don't know why. I think I wanted to use it up. I was like, I spent my money on it. To be honest, I just don't reach for it, and I don't want to condone any Wet n Wild products, so I don't want to feature it, so it's going in the bin. What I mean with they lied about their cruelty-free status is that they secretly sold in China while claiming that they're cruelty-free. Selling in China is one of the biggest things that shows that you're not cruelty-free, as you're allowing other people to test your products on animals. And those poor animals don't have a voice, so that's why I'm using mine. Anyway, now we're going into the vegan and cruelty-free lashes from Beauty by Invoke. And while I love their other styles, definitely like the Glamorize Lash Vault in #02 and #04, I love those, but these are not it for me. These ones are very, very similar to Kiss lashes, like the ones that are very popular, but it's just not my style. The ends are also straight, which I don't love. I was like,
let's keep this for normal days or like in between.
But I don't reach for them. I wore them once to make a picture with it, just because it's to see if I liked it, but I don't. So this is the style #28. And then I've got a #07 here, and it's the same thing. Also with the straight ends, the non-tapered ends, and it's one length all across. I tried it in that look for the UR eyeshadow palette that I showed you before. But yeah, these are definitely not my faves. I'm getting rid of these 3 Makeup Obsession lip glosses because they sink into the lines of your lips. They're quite opaque, which seems like a good deal, but the colors don't flatter me. Even if I use them all over my lips, you know, they start doing that line here, that demarcation line, and sink into the lines of my lips. So I really cannot recommend these lip glosses. Do they have a name though? I don't see any name on here anymore. For some reason I've never used them, and still the text is gone. If you see opaque lip glosses by Makeup Obsession, be wary of that. And something else is, for example, this Sigma lip color. This is a matte drying liquid lipstick in the shade Top That, and it was part of a gift for my boyfriend, not because he liked color, but I don't know if it was for shipping or if he could just choose something for free, but he chose this, and it's been in my collection for 4 years now, I think. Yeah, 4 years, and I've never used it. I've put it on once and took it off immediately, so I don't like the formula, way too drying. I don't know if Sigma changed up their formula, probably they did, but I'm also just not really a liquid lipstick fan anymore. I used to be, at that time, I really used to be, but this was, I didn't like this formula. I do like Sigma brushes, and I've heard a lot of good things about their eyeshadows, but yeah. Another lippy that I don't think that fits me. And this is the UR lipstick duo in Natural Pink. It's like a warm toned corally light pink. And I was always like, oh, this is gonna be cute in the middle of a lip, but I never use it. I don't mind the formula. I do like that these are dupes for the Kiko, what are called, double wear? Double something? Double touch? I like that these are a dupe for the Kiko ones, but I do like the formula of the Kiko ones way more. So I'm getting rid of this light color just because I never use that. Maybe I should hold on to it. Ah, I'm so bad at saying goodbye. Then this Makeup Revolution metallic lip things. Oh my god, this is so old. Yeah, I just always felt like this. Again, just like the metallic things as an eyeliner or on the eyes, it just texturizes a lot. This was all the rage a few years ago, but I never, well, I did wear it once. I'm getting rid of this I'm Pupa lipstick. I got this as a present, but honestly, this is just not a color that I ever wear. It also has a slight metallic finish. I like my lipsticks to be matte, except for this, of course, but like a color like this, I prefer to be matte or maybe with a gloss on top, but not, this is not my fave at all. And then lastly, this Winky Lux lip gloss. It just becomes on the lips like a very, very fuchsia color. You can see it in my video I did about lip plumping tips. I used the green one, I think, in that one, but it just has the same effect as this one. So whichever color you picked from this disco gloss from Winky Lux, they all became fuchsia with some glitter on it, so not my fave, but I got it in a giveaway, and I am keeping the green one because I put some of that oil in there that plumps your lips. If you want to know more about that, check out the lip plumping video. But yeah, I'm keeping that one and I'm getting rid of this one. Oh, and here is something that I will never ever use again. So this is a rosemary water spray from Le Herbe di Janas. It sounds also promising. It's vegan, okay, it comes from Italy. It's like local, and this just smells so freaking bad. I can't even explain. It doesn't even, it smells like someone ate the rosemary and then threw it up and then put it in. It just smells so bad, and I put it on my hair like once but never again. It just smells so bad for a product that I wanted to use on my face or my hair. It's really, it's not it. So yeah guys, that was everything I had to show you. Definitely let me know if you're also trying to cut back on some expenses, if you're on a no buy or a low buy. I don't think this is gonna be the future of my channel, but I want to at least try it for this year, and definitely my channel is already on a very low buy vibe, but I have some products still that I want to review. I'm not gonna show you right now because I want to keep it a little bit of a surprise, but I have some products to review. I have something that I want, well, a few things that I want from a giveaway that I'm very excited about. I have the palette from Nobuy Cosmetics that is coming along, so there are still gonna be reviews on this channel, at least for now. And I think with allowing myself 5 slip-ups, this is actually something that would be doable in the long term, but I don't know yet if I'm going to continue it in this way. I know I didn't talk about project pans in this video, but I want to do that in the videos while I'm using them. So I will just say like I'm trying to project pan this item, blah blah blah, and then when I finally panned it, I can show it in a video like this, just so these videos don't get like, I mean, it's already long, but even longer. If you want to see more of these type of videos, definitely subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give my video a like if you liked it, of course, and drop a comment down below so we can have a little conversation. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all on the flip side.